A pilgrimage is a way to go and to actually visit the shrines, the basilicas, the cathedrals, to go and pray at the tombs of the apostles and so forth. And it really is meant to enliven one's faith. Well, Father Baker was in the seminary in 1874, of course, at Our Lady of the Angels. And he had just recovered from a serious illness where he almost lost his life. And he fought very bravely to overcome that through a lot of prayer, and especially through the intercession of our Blessed Mother, had this healing. And he heard about this pilgrimage that he read in the paper of American Catholics going over to support Pope Pius XI at the time, who was the Holy Father, to raise the level of appreciation for our Catholic faith, especially in a culture where there's a lot of indifferentism about faith and about the communism and socialism and all the things that were plaguing our society. And so this was a way to kind of elevate the Catholic faith in the United States. And it really rang in the heart of Father Baker, so he asked the bishop at the time and the rector of the seminary if he could go on this pilgrimage to represent the diocese, the seminary, but also to give thanks to God for his healing. I had been to Paris several times and then throughout my life as a priest, but I had never, ever been to Notre Dame de Victoires. I only went to Notre Dame when I was in Paris. And it wasn't until I came here as the pastor rector over 3 years ago now, and wanting to see for myself what he saw, I couldn't wait to go back. And my brother, thankfully for my 60th birthday, decided to take me to Paris for my birthday. The first thing I did after we arrived in Paris, the very next day, we made our way over to Notre Dame de Victoires, got out and looked up at this church, and I said, this is the church that back in 1874 that Father Baker entered. So when I walked in, I knelt down and I looked up, and at that moment it just touched me that I realized that back in 1874, Father Baker in May knelt in the same spot, and he looked up and he had this powerful inspiration that this connection to Our Lady of Victory, that when he stood up after that moment of prayer, vowed that he would go back to the United States, back to his diocese, back to Buffalo, become a priest, and then dedicate the rest of his priestly ministry to his patroness, Our Lady of Victory, and to spread devotion to her any way he can. To me, I realized that it's humanly impossible to do what we do here if it wasn't for the intercession of our Blessed Mother and the providence of God. So it's only intensified the reality that what the power of prayer can accomplish, and that's why I believe that everything continues here to prosper and to grow because of the legacy of Father Baker and the example of faith that he passed on to all of us.